My story begins hearing from the doctor that my fasting blood glucose, or BG reading, put me way over the normal limit. No pre-diabetes, no get out of jail free card. It was do not pass go directly to full-on diabetes. This had been on my radar for quite some time when I was previously advised to lose some weight so problems didn't arise in the future, but oddly, it still took me by surprise. I was already on so many medications for high triglycerides, cholesterol, blood pressure, allergies, and my liver is slightly enlarged due to non-alcoholic liver fatty disease, NAFLD. So this was all I needed. Gee, lose weight? That never occurred to me. I already sometimes joke that I'm a walking pharmacy. How much harder does it have to get for me? The pharmacy knows me by sight. 6 years ago, I actually managed to lose 40 pounds, and I kept it off for 2 years by eating a very low-carb, high-protein diet and lots of walking and biking. Then, a series of unfortunate life events sort of took the stuffing out of me, causing my diet and exercise to slip, and in turn, much of that weight crept back on. I might have forestalled my diagnosis a few years with this diet and losing the weight. Little did I know that the low-carb, high-protein diet was actually a perfect diet for someone with diabetes. The blood test for diabetes is called the A1C test, and you're supposed to have a reading of between 4 and 5.6 if you don't have diabetes. When I had my diagnosis in December 2011, my A1C came out to be 6.4, and fasting blood glucose of 146 when it should be less than 100. My doctor said that instead of going straight for medication, I should try to manage my diabetes with a good diet and exercise, which was actually just like I had been previously doing. The day I heard my diagnosis, I went home, cried, ranted, and then threw out all my junk foods. I went back on my diet program and got to walking again, at least for 30 minutes a day for as many days of the week I could manage. I lost 20 pounds in 3 months. I'm kind of stuck there now, but the A1C went down from 6.4 to 5.9 3 months later, and then 5.8 after the next 3 months, so that's good progress. The hardest thing to deal with in all this is feeling ashamed for allowing this to happen to myself. I can sometimes feel alienated from others and resentful of my situation when I have to say no to certain foods. Foods that I am, on the inside, craving and drooling to devour. It's also painful that the media tends to focus on the questionable idea that diabetes is caused by being overweight, like it was my fault. Within the American Diabetes Association's online community, I have found hope and the knowledge that it was not my fault. I have realized that I can manage my diabetes and still live a full, happy life. I found lots of great information on what blood glucose levels I should be looking for in fasting, pre-meal, and post-meal glucose monitoring, and how I can improve them. Test, adjust, retest, as my fellow members Alan S. and Lizzie Lou recommend. Most importantly, I found motivation through some of the dreadful complications that could happen to me if I do not keep my glucose levels down. The most morale-boosting, uplifting thing is chatting with like-minded people who understand what it is like to ride the diabetes roller coaster of high glucose levels, then suddenly go low, then feel cranky, sleepy, dizzy, and just all around crazy. Who knew food particles on our fingers could affect meter readings? Who else would understand our frustrations? Who else could we ask, why are my feet tingling? I only had one baby-sized ice cream cone. You mean all that tingling and jackhammer pains in my toes are from high glucose? These people get it in ways I pray my dear family and friends never will. So, I will endeavor to remain in the 5% club without medications as long as I can. I have no problems taking them if it becomes necessary, if it means keeping complications at bay. I will exercise, eat according to my meter, and keep up with my new friends in this community. They offer so much inspiration, motivation, and humor in our situation, so I can laugh, learn, and improve instead of cry, slide back into old habits, and give up. If you have been diagnosed with diabetes, find people who are going through the same problems as yourself, and most importantly, never give up.